Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play some more Your Boyfriend because I did find out another route that we could play. So let's begin and see Peter again. Play. Enter your name. Ryan, of course. Welcome, Ryan. You two have fun. My life has been chaotic. My family broke into an unforgettable drama, so I left the nest and ran straight to college. I got an apartment and a job, but even that has become unbearable. Working at a local greasy spoon diner doesn't pay the best, obviously, so finding a roommate was my only recourse to being able to afford an apartment. Now, my roommates always bring some dropout into our apartment for late night steady sessions. My sleep schedule is wrecked, and top it off, the rent's late. I heard once that if you become a roommate with a friend, you won't stay friends for long. In my case, my friendship is strained with my friend making excuses for why they need me to cover their half of the rent. Thanks to that deadbeat, I'm working harder just to scrape by every month. Picking up a second job will drive me to an early grave at this point. I could wait right now. I have a car payment. Doing double sometimes just for that case. The park gives me a chance to have some much needed alone time. This part of the park in particular is my favorite because it's untouched by not just family members and college jerks. The only people who come here are the groundskeepers. Even then, they only come by in the morning. Closing my eyes over my face and breathe out the tension from my body so that I could enjoy the peace and quiet. Just then, I feel someone sit back down beside me. Startled, I turned to face the interloper.
Whoa, hey, take it easy. It's just me.
Peter! The stranger says, trying to keep me from leaping too high off the park bench. You're a jumpy one, aren't ya? Scooting arcly towards me, a shy smile creeps over his face. I keep my eyes on him, like a hawk, unsure what his intentions are. Not once do his unblinking eyes stray from mine. So, are you waiting for a family member or a friend? It just seems kind of odd for you to be sitting here all alone like this, so far away from the jogging track. This is probably where you got some of your victims, Peter. Good thing we're technically not a victim. Well, technically are. A chill runs down my spine. I cross my arms over my chest, slide myself away from him, perching closer to the edge of the bench. Does a sane person walk up to you out of the blue and start asking such questions? Old ladies will ask the darndest questions, but not really. Then again, I have had far worse interactions with some guys. The stranger picks up on my unease, refraining from moving any closer towards me. Crossing his fingers in between his legs, he smiles warmly. I mean, you don't look like a groundskeeper or one of those old people feeding pigeons after doing Tai Chi. I'm one of those people. I'm just hides the bag of bird seed. I'm just getting some alone time to myself. Things have been pretty tense lately. It's like he wants to wrap his arms around me in comfort, fingers twitching, because he does.
I know this is sudden, very sudden, but may I have the pleasure in taking you out to dinner?
Sorry, Peter. I have to go with. Can I have the pleasure? Never mind. He's weird. This time I can't. I can't tell if is just him being socially awkward or eccentric. What? Why? Why is he interested in me of all people?
Well, I'm your boyfriend. Isn't that why you're here?
Because you're self-aware, breaking the fourth wall right there, Peter. My boyfriend? Why would he be assuming we are in a relationship? The stranger sits patiently, waiting for my answer. What? No. What? No. I pull my hand away from his. Normally, I try to be polite when I turn down someone's advances, but the stranger's presumptuousness makes my skin crawl. Oh, I see. I think that I'm getting mixed messages from you. Yeah, you totally are. I mean, it doesn't make much sense for you to come here and then not want me. He's just breaking the fourth wall right here. I can't leave my seat. Hopefully I can get away from... get back to the more frequented parts of the park before any other creeps crawl out from under the rocks and bushes. It does not have like a whole bunch of errors, I guess. Peter first. Where are you going? Expressionist and tempest of mixed emotions. None of them are positive or playful as when I first saw him. It's getting late. I'm going to head home. I lie, of course. I roll around and find the nearest path out of the park and to the nearest public street. Oh, well, maybe I could walk you home then. No, thank you. Look, it's nothing personal, but you're coming off kind of creepy. I'm not really that comfortable around you. He rubs his arm arcly. Creepy, but what? I know you're gonna say one of us. Sorry, I have to go. I come off and walk away, occasionally looking over my shoulder. I don't want him creeping up on me. Well, my back was turned. He doesn't move, just sitting there with a forlorn look on his face. I feel sorry for doing this, but I do have one route. I wander around the city and a little bit more, visiting places I normally wouldn't. My paranoia has gotten me looking over my shoulder. Wonder if you might still be working somewhere behind me. I don't know. Maybe I am not thinking straight. But who knows? Some guy who presumes that he's my boyfriend before either of us even know each other's names is probably not the most psychologically healthiest of people, are they? Well, we're not wrong on he's not the healthiest psychologically. But he is breaking the fourth wall. Still, the way I left him behind like that makes me feel like maybe I'm the jerk. I come across a local flower shop. I remember passing by on a few of my downtown walks. I've been meaning to stop in and pick up some flowers for the apartment, but could never seem to find the time. Until now. Well, I have time now, so why not? And guess who we're gonna run into? Stepping into the shop. I'm hit with the fragrant combined scent of various flowers inside. I wander past the colorful displays of flowers arrangements, pot plants, and small gift bags of pottery. I had a particular purchase in mind. I catch a scent of roses from the rustic wooden shelf display. A very, very amazing one. Being mindful that some still had their thorns, I reach out to pick one up. A hand brushes against mine. I snatch my hand away, catching a glimpse of the other person. Oh, fancy seeing you here. The man from the park beams at me before pulling the girls out. I didn't know you shopped here too. I don't. The stranger places a finger over his lips. Shh. It's a small shop. There's no need to raise your voice. His comment rubs me the wrong way, but I try to compose myself. Normally I don't get yelled, so this is what this all get. Less I get ticked off. Then it hurts my throat. Did you follow me here? And is this a pure coincidence, or should I be worried? Oh, we should definitely be worried. What? Of course not. He looks a little hurt by my accusation. Accusation? I come here almost every day, you know. Oh no, I'm really being a butthole to him. He fumbles around with the rose in hand, eyes focused squarely on the ground. I love flowers. This little shop is the only one nearby, so I come here a lot to see what new bouquets they have made, and if they have any on sale. I'll admit that sometimes I get a glimpse of you through the windows of the diner that you work at. Lately, I've been meaning to walk in and finally say hi, but I lose my nerves and stay out. Okay, you've been watching me. You've been watching me? Are you serious? What kind of creep are you? But it's not like that. His hand reaches out for my shoulder in an attempt to calm me down. I flinch away in shock and disgust, not wanting his grubby hands anywhere on me. Sorry, Peter. Don't touch me. I storm out of the floor shop, not looking back for anything. I do feel, because that's not really a normal interaction. I see you at your work, and I mean to stop by to say hi, because he saw us and thought we were cute. It's not, saying you've been watching us is not the best option. I know he is stalking us, but it's getting dark out. I hate walking home at night. After crossing paths with that crazy stalker, I have no reason to know now. Now. I take a longer, less traveled path back in case that creepy guy knew more about my habits. Oh, he knows all our habits. Crap, I need to find a new places to hang out at, and probably a new job. Finding a job was hard, though. I stormed into the apartment and slammed the door behind me, by slightly shivering from my earlier encounter. The rummaging of my roommate and the study partner in the kitchen come to an abrupt silence at my unceremonious arrival. I shut my eyes and walk past. They have a habit of walking around after their study sessions, and I don't even want to guess if they are dressed this time. It's like, yeah, don't... keep in the bedroom. I flop down on my bed, muffling a frustrated scream with my pillow. After a moment, I roll over on my back and stare at the ceiling, trying to forget about my day, trying to forget about him. Falling asleep from sheer exhaustion, my last thoughts are a simple wish. I hope I never see that weirdo again. Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely suck at... we definitely have no luck. Because he's right there. Okay, onward to day 2. So, Wyan, did you have a nice time? Did you have a nice time with a stranger? Don't answer that. It's time to get up and face another day. Darn it. I roll over on my bed for a moment. Every inch of my body is begging me to wake up, but I don't want to. It's like I didn't get any form of rest at all. I fight the will to wake up for a moment, rubbing my eyes before sitting up in my bed. I'm a mess. Probably because of someone that's been sneaking in our room. 9:12 a.m. Oh god, I'm late for work. Hey, it's Peter. I finally dressed. I rush out of my bedroom, making my way into the kitchen section, where I normally put my work keys.
Hey, looks like someone's in a hurry.
Lucy. A surge of irritation floods through me. When I hear Lucy's voice, I take a glimpse over my shoulder towards the deadbeat. It wasn't making my life any easier. Yes, I'm in a hurry because some of us actually have a job. I mutter under my breath, grabbing my work keys from the kitchen counter and beginning to storm right by her. Again with the guilt trip. She mutters something else under her breath as she bites her tongue.
Look, I'm trying, alright?
I know you're trying. I'm sorry for being a butt. I just haven't had any calls back yet. She tries to explain, but I've grown tired of her half-butt excuses. I'm not even going to argue with her. Now it's not the time, because right now, time is not on my side. I wave her off and make my way out the door, rushing myself down the stairs and out of the apartment building. Here you go, so you could be meaner. First a stalker, now I might lose my job. With any luck, I might get hit by a car and die on impact. And be isekai to the One Piece universe. Or probably isekai back to back in time to like a Groundhog Day. A Varlook. I won't be isekai to the Pokemon or One Piece though. In Sunday, it's Sunday. There's hardly any customers on Sunday mornings, but even then, it doesn't excuse my lateness. Well, it depends on where you work. Rushing for the front doors of the diner, I dash into the kitchen and grab my apron off the coat hanger along the far end of the wall. The apron seemed to be the only place where grease stains don't get over me. Fumbling to tie the apron on, I rush over towards the time clock and snatch my time card to punch in. Wait. According to this, I already clocked in. TK. Just TK. I also wonder what's actually sculpted right here. And it will happen, is all I can see. Who could have? My attention snaps towards the sound of approaching footsteps. Whoever it is, they're not trying to be discreet as they carry a clanking stack of dirty dishes back from a table.
There you are. Where have you been?
TK!
I've been covering your shift for the past 45 minutes without the boss even knowing you're not here.
I want a TK flush so bad, but I have a card payment. He's been covering your shift for... Okay. I've been covering Okay, I already said that. It's like, I'm already, like, I want TK flush. TK rushes right by me as he gently places the dishes into the sink of soapy hot water. Wiping her hands, TK sighs loud enough to make sure that I hear it. They're like this all the time though, always acting like they're the big sibling to everyone and keeping things in one piece. I huff as I try to think of an excuse that doesn't sound as pathetic as my alarm clock didn't go off, but the truth is all I have, so I try to downplay the issue. I don't get why you're making such a fuss. We're pretty much dead on Sunday morning. You clearly weren't paying attention when you came barging in. Nope, I was not. I was on my phone. TK wipes their hands on their apron before gesturing for me to look out through the service window. What the? Are you kidding me? Why are there so many old farts here? I try not to raise my voice to a point that the fiber-dropping boomers outside did not hear me. Oh, they'll hear ya. They'll hear ya. A tour bus came along. That's what happened. Now I'll stop asking questions and start waiting tables. I want a TK flush so bad. They're so adorable. TK hands me a spare notepad and pencil and nudges me out of the kitchen. Great, here I am. Hoping to have an easygoing day. So much for that. breakfast crowd is a nightmare. Karens and redneck grandpas everywhere with something up their butts. Some even going as far as refusing to pay because I didn't kiss their goddamn feet whenever their coffee was not filled all the way, or their T-bone steak wasn't cooked the way they wanted. Yeah, T-bone steak for breakfast. Not even breakfast steak and eggs either. An actual T-bone steak dinner with potatoes and steamed carrots. And then when one person refused to order off the breakfast menu, there's a dozen more that follow suit. Why were hamburgers such a hassle? Why couldn't the elderly be more like my grandparents, a pleasant and polite, and the last of the great generation? Not these entitled boomers. Oh, boomers are entitled. It's the people from the great generation are even more entitled. That one just runs into humanity. Eventually, the crowd starts dying down, most leaving to do some sightseeing, others staying to order more coffee or lunch. At least these are the kinds of customers that mind their own business and are more focused on eating or talking. Staggering into the kitchen, I went out alongside and rest against the wall, finally able to take a moment to relax. I know you want to get off your feet, but you missed the table. I did. Tiki sneaks over to my side, giving me a gentle nudge before pulling back out to the dining area. I roll my exhausted eyes and look over towards them. Can't you do it? I don't feel like having some old geezer toss their sitter on me again. I would, but you owe me for covering your shift for an hour. Well, the hour was 45 minutes. It'd be hour 15 minutes? Darn it. They had a point. Wait, with a groan, I weaned myself off the wall, trying to straighten my posture, and stumbled back out. Scanning the booths, I check all the tables I had already gone, matching their faces in order table by table. I don't think I missed any. A voice chimes in from the booth to my right. Hey there, stranger. Peter, we're sorry, I'm gonna have to be mean to you, but not sorry. Act casual. I try to suppress my disgust, faking a smile as I readied the notepad and pencil in the hand. Okay, let me say it. I try to suppress my disgust, faking a smile as I readied the notepad and pencil in my hand. It's a bad idea to make a scene in front of everyone. Hey, you. This day was bad enough, but now he's here. Is here. I thought I made it clear that I didn't want to see you ever again. He doesn't get that over his head. Okay, I'm not doing that well with that hiding away how much I didn't want to see him. He did, I understand why. Trust me, I'm not an idiot. He mumbles, looking down at the table in front of him as he starts picking up one of the napkins. He didn't let me explain yesterday since he blew up and stormed off like that. I had to apologize to the forest about the outburst. Oh god, that's right. I'm probably not allowed in there anymore. Not that I plan on going back now that this freak there goes there often. Crossing my arms, I wait for an excuse, ready to publicly call at this creep out. I mean, if we escape him and go to the forest, it's like, no, he was actually a creep. Love you, Peter. I never intended to stalk you in any way. Are you sure about that, Peter? Are you sure about that? You're just another face I've seen every day while I was on my walks, but over time you became more and more captivating. A face that I couldn't help but stop for a moment and admire. As he speaks, he starts folding the napkin into paper crane. Or so how the story goes anyways. He finishes giving a hint of a sneer upon that last statement. I tucked the notepad and pencil away in my pocket. You know, this doesn't help you sound doesn't help you sound any. You know, this doesn't help you sounding any less creepy. Kinda. I'm gonna be devil's advocate, but it kinda does if he's telling the truth. He was telling the truth. He just looked at us and thought we were cute. I've had far worse interactions. His eyes shift over towards me, and there is a glint in his gaze as he smiles a little, responding to my reply.
You're just playing hard to get at this point.
Yes, I am. Wait, Peter, don't say that. Now that's the red flag. A chill of dread shoots through my entire body. I don't know if it's the words, his tone, or the gaze that setting off all the red flags. Oh, that's all of it. But I'm not going to stand here and not analyze why my survival instincts are kicking into overdrive. Our gut instincts are saying he is a stalker from the get-go. Turning away, I quickly make my way back into the kitchen, trying to untie my apron with my sweaty palms. TK approaches with an expression of concern. They might have watched the whole thing happen. Hey, are you right? What happened? What did he say? I can't do this. I need to go home. I hand TK my apron. Just have Elisa cover my shift from now on.
Whoa. You're quitting? What did he do? Should I call the police?
I'll say yes, but we are supposed to say no. I don't want to deal with them right now. Only way we're gonna get a certain ending with a gas station instead of the hotel route. I don't want to talk about this, nor do I want to be bothered with the creep any longer. Shaking my head, I simply walk out, taking the back entrance so that I don't have to walk into the psychopath's line of sight. Oh, he knows. He knows. Running home, I occasionally look over my shoulder, hoping that I wouldn't catch the stalker following behind me. I don't see anything, not even signs of movement from the corner of my eyes, but I'm not going to let my guard down. Oh, he's probably in his van following us. I finally arrive in front of the apartment building, and I hurry my way inside while pulling out my phone. TK has been messaging me this entire time about what happened back in the diner. Leaving messages like, please call the police. Talk to me. Do you contact your family yet? Did you contact your family yet? All kinds of worry text. Because TK is best friend material. They are best friend. I appreciate their concern, but I just want to drop it and forget all. Sweet home, home sweet home. Hopefully, that guy doesn't know about where I live. Oh, he knows. He knows. Closing the door behind me. I mean, he makes the closet and probably our bed or his home, away from home. Closing the door behind me, I shuffle in, dropping my keys to on the counter. Great. Not only have I mocked my roommate for not having a job, now I don't have one yet either. I'm sure she's going to have a heyday once she learns this. I don't think she should know about that creepy man. Ryan, is that you? My roommate calls out from her room. I didn't bother to answer as I sink myself more into the sofa, feeling utterly miserable. Of course, she comes out of her room anyway, gazing at me with confusion. I normally don't come home early, as I'm always working overtime, because her lazy, jobless butt. Just like me. What the heck are you doing home so early? Stalker, it was just a bad day, so I left. That place wasn't working for me anyway. I'm good at telling lies to people that I don't care about, apparently. Though she doesn't buy it. She doesn't seem to buy it as she tilts her head to the side, giving her a little sneer. Yeah, I can smell bullcrap. No days worse than that truck driver incident. Probably, I'm pretty sure the truck driver incident is far better than getting stopped. What happened with the truck driver incident? I want to know. I sit there in silence for a moment, grinding my teeth as I debate whether I should tell her or not. Just then I feel her sit down right next to me, looking a little more concerned now. Honestly, this is off-putting, especially since she never really acted as she cared about me when I first moved in. Okay, we have to keep lying. I said it's been a long day. Muttering wanting to get my point clear that there was no way I was going to go into any discussion about this. Because I think we have to have Dawn RIP'd in this route. This ending. My roommate keeps quiet for a moment, almost as though she's reading my body language before laying out a long sigh. Because if we don't, then there's a possibility that it still ends up as the hotel route. My roommate keeps quiet for a moment, almost as though she's reading my body language before letting go out alongside. Well, let me at least make you a drink. Just water, she offers, getting off the sofa and walking into the kitchen section. I might use a drink, something to settle my nerves, but as far as I'm concerned, nothing's going to ease me from those words, he said, nor the glint in his eyes as he said it. It's all flesh in my mind. Just remembering his voice makes my stomach churn. So I don't even have the appetite to drink at all. Getting off the sofa, I make my way towards my room, wanting to lock myself away and debating if I want to call my folks or not. You might want to call the folks. I hear my roommate call out to me. Then again, he might go stabbing on them too. I hear my roommate call out to me, but I'm in such a panic from today that I really don't hear what she's saying. Closing and locking the door behind me, I make my way towards the bed and flop down on the mattress, tugging myself away under the sheets and curling into a ball. Job was broke and I have a stalker. How could life get any worse? It seems that my roommate's taking the hint, as she doesn't bother to come in and harass me about that drink. That's fine. I had enough of the company. I had enough of the company for a long while. We're introvert. I just lay there for God knows how long, not even keeping track of time. I must be pathetic, laying there doing absolutely nothing to help me forget about that man or my situation. One thing's for sure, though, I can't live here anymore. It's time to talk with my landlord about this arrangement and get me out as soon as possible. Sitting up in my bed, I muster the strength to get back on my 2 feet, making my way towards my bedroom door. Opening up slowly, I look around to see if Lucy's anywhere in sight. Nothing. She's probably went out again, blowing more of her money off things other than her rent. It's not like my decision means anything to her anyway. I'm sure she'll just get another one of her friends to help her keep this place. Walking towards the door, I turn the handle and tug it open. And he's right there. Jesus!
Didn't expect to see me, I take it.
I was going to go visit you. I didn't expect you to be right at the door. Blandard huffed, placing his hands on his hips and glaring at me. No, I mean, yes, but I thought you were someone else. I fumbled with my words, trying to compose myself. Someone else is Lucy bringing riffraff back to this place again. I swear to God, any more damage to this place and she's gone. I caught her trying to smoke earlier today. For Pete's sake. I know she did. Sent a candle my butt. He's never in a good mood. There are times you don't want to bother him about a problem. He'll chill you out for not telling him. He'll probably chew us out. He'll chew us out if we don't tell him about the stalker. That's the reason why we're gonna move. He'll probably take us out of the contract, honestly. But whenever you try to approach him about an issue you have, he'll blame it all on you. There's no winning with this guy. I don't think he'll blame us on the being stalked. If he does, he'll kick his butt too. Anyways, I come by to inform you about the other half of the rent. I only got your share again. Actually, I was on my way to talk to you about something. He seems more annoyed than usual, crossing his arms as though expecting nothing but bad news from me that he needs to fix. This is how he waits for a response. No permission to go and even ask what's happening. Just that glare intense moment of waiting. I can't stay anymore. This neighborhood, I just can't live here. Of course it's bad news. There's something about his expression that doesn't read annoyance, but more along the lines of curiosity. The neighborhood? Well, that's a first. Well, I have a stalker. He smirks as he muses over my excuse. Do you at least have somewhere to go after you leave? Yes. Yes, I do. I'll buy a truck and live at a truck or a car and live out there. Get a little. I haven't called my folks yet. I figured I'll run this by you first before letting them know. I would let them know. Kid, you must have family issues if you need my approval for removing arrangements first before telling them. Oh, my dad would go find Peter and kick his butt. He says bluntly as he backs away from the door before turning to make his way down the hall. Anyways, let's head to my office. We'll get things arranged if we can. I have managers that would also kick his butt. He's taken this surprisingly well. Probably can't wait to have any excuse to kick Lucy out if there's no one to cover for her. This is the landlord's place? Why the heck does he harass us about our living space if he doesn't even take care of his? Yeah, sneer all you like. I'm the one paying for the whole apartment complex and letting you live in a nicer unit, so shut it. He says as though he knows exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it could be far worse. He makes his way into one of the rooms, leaving the door open so that I could follow him in. I wish I hadn't. I like his real room. The small space is worse than out there. I think it's cozy. Piles upon piles of paperwork and are stacked on his desk and floor, filing cabinets overfilling with more paperwork for God knows how long. Coffee stains and various bottle caps from beer bottles scattered all over his desk, and cigarette butts littering the butts littering the windows. Seal as though he would smoke with the window open. That's plain the smell. He smokes too. Well, at least he will. His wall decals are nice, with classic tin posters of old diners and soda companies. Actually, I think we got some from a diner. At least I had a Batman one. Seeing himself on the desk, he lets out a long sigh and tugs one of the cabinets open, falling through the crumpled papers one by one. I think my dad still has them. Wine, right? I just nod while continuing to look around this mess of a place. I catch a glimpse of a picture frame he has on the desk. The frame itself looks rather old, like those 1960 frames you find in thrift stores nowadays. My attention turns back to him as he pulls out my paperwork, looking through the lease I have with the building. You've been here for what, 3 months now? Yes. My heart stinks for a moment. He shakes his head and lays the papers back down. Your lease arrangement was for 1 year. You got 9 more months to go before you're able to leave. If you try early termination on your lease, it's gonna cost you $4,500. Is that all? I'll try and make this work. I see. I'll try and make it work then. I mutter, throwing my head down a little bit. I feel like my life just come to end. But I don't want to argue with the landlord about my arrangement to the lease. I bet he gets that a lot. Anyways, thank you for seeing me about this. I get up from my desk, ready to start heading out. You know, he says, tucking my papers back into his disorganized filing cabinet. If you're that desperate to leave, I suppose I could hire you to do some odd jobs around this place. I paused for a moment, looking back towards him. Odd jobs like superintendent or cleaning work? Whatever you want. He husked, getting up from his desk and guiding me out of this office space. At least we got a job. From what I heard from Lucy, you quit your job over something bad that happened, and you didn't want to talk about it. I simply gave a nod, not wanting to open the situation about it with him just yet. If anything, this is the first time he and I actually talk for this long. Regardless, it's not any of my business. But you work hard to stay on top of your rent, so I figured you probably won't slack off working for me. And hey, you might make more helping me in this dump than you did in that greasy spoon diner. Thank you, mister. You still don't know my name? Do you, kid? No. I'm Dawn. Just call me Dawn from here on out. That should be easy enough to remember, right? Thank you, Don. That means a lot. Oh, it's not Mr. Williams? I beamed, nearly smiling from ear to ear. He's not as enthusiastic as he opens the front door for me. Yeah, I'm a saint and all that crap. Just be here tomorrow at 8. I'll give you a rundown on what you need to do and how. Now go back and get some sleep. With that, he closes the door behind me. As I take my leave, I can't believe it. This is the good news for once. I better not jinx this. I make my way into my apartment, walk inside and look around. Seems like Lucy isn't back yet. Then again, the nightlife was her lifestyle, and the sun has fully set. Looks like it's going to be just me tonight, again. Make my way into my room. I look around at the mess that I keep procrastinating to pick up. Well, if I'm going to do any maintenance of this on this building, I might as well start with my own living space. Who keeps opening this? Ah, darn it. Did Lucy forget to even pay the utility bill too? Setting my things down on my bed, I feel my way out of my room, looking around at the inky void before me. I think we have some candles placed somewhere. What? Or who did I bump into? Lucy, is that you? Whoever it is, they stay quiet. Dawn, are you in here? I whisper again, my heart races faster as the silence only grows. Someone wraps their arms around me, and I feel something wet, like a wet cloth covering my mouth and nose. I try to break free, but they don't loosen their grip. Oh God, I'm starting to feel drowsy and weak. Who's doing this? Why? A chill runs down my spine as I feel something that feels like a kiss against my cheek. Then I hear a familiar, seductive voice whisper in my ear. I'll see you tomorrow, darling. No, 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 no. He found me. How? I can't. Head on to day 3. Ah! What? I'm back in my room. My head's pounding. What happened last night? Oh God, that's right. I was alone. The one who attacked me, his voice was just like... Oh God, he found me. Who could that be? If it's that creep, I'm gunning it. I don't care if I have to go through through a window. The second story. Coming. Quickly making my way towards the door, I take in a deep breath and look through the people. Oh. Dawn. Sorry about that. I thought you were someone else. Paranoid enough not to answer the door, huh? Sorry. Dawn doesn't seem to acknowledge the apology as he crosses his arms and continues. Anyways, came by to drop off the list of things you need to get done today. Saying this, he reaches into his back pocket and hands me a small to-do list. Here are a few minor things to spruce up around here. Simple stuff that hopefully you can handle. I take a look at the piece of paper that Dawn places in my hand. I never realized that he had such nice handwriting. The list seems basic enough. Take out the garbage, sweep hallways, check on Mrs. Greta, who is Peter's, I believe that is actually Peter's, psychologist. She does a very horrible job. Change light bulb and door, downstairs public restroom. Restock cleaning supplies. Should be delivered today. Remind me, Dawn, to check the upper unfinished floors for rats. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. I assure him. Dawn seems to wear a face of relief, but tries to hide it. Good. This will make things a lot easier on me. By the way, have you talked to Lucy yet? No, actually I only caught a glimpse of her yesterday. Dawn doesn't seem to respond at first. His gaze drifts to the side as though he's deep in thought for a moment. Dawn? Oh, it's nothing. Look, just get these done today, alright? Will do. After we get a run-in with our stalker, aka Peter. Once it's done, just hit me up in my office. I'll be there for most of the day. Right now, I got an errand to run, so don't screw up while I'm gone. Okay, thanks, Dawn. Well, I better get to work. I'm sure TK is still worried about me. Think I'll give them a visit after I finish some of these tasks. I might swallow my pride and tell Dawn what's really going on. Well, he's kind of... Peter's already has a sight on Dawn, though. Well, the shower doesn't help me get my mind off things. It does, however, help me with that kink in my back, so that's something. Alright, TK, how do I explain all of this to them? By my bomb lip, I answered the phone. Hey TK, I meant to call you, but things got weird.
Yeah, they went from weird to worse over here.
What happened? What do you mean? There's been a freaking murder over here. Some poor soul got stabbed multiple times and stuffed in the freezer, like someone was dressed up like a ghost, just decided to cosplay as Ghostface and have a field day. What? Holy cow, are you alright? As much as I'll ever be, as alright as I'll ever be with how low a point this day has gone. Oh geez, don't move. I'll be right over. I don't wait for a response as I hang up the phone. I hope the butthole isn't the cause of it. Well, about that. I will say the scene attracts a few people, but where's TK? Late as ever, classic YN. Ah, sorry. I wasn't entirely dressed when you called. And plus, I don't work here anymore. I kinda just up and quit. Not now. Anyways, what's happened? Well, when Kit Kat and I got here to open up, the back door was busted open. We thought it was just break-in at first, so we called the cops to come over and check it around. One of them found a trail led to the freezer, and well, yeah, a body. Jesus, is it anyone you know? No, I don't think so. Just then, an officer comes out, calling TK over. Of course, TK responded by rolling their eyes. Well, looks like I'm gonna undergo some questioning. I'll be right back. Okay. Good luck. I watch as my coworker makes their way over towards the officer. The man looking a little pale, possibly his first homicide case. Or, the homicide case being his dad, too. Definitely is his first, but I think he gets a little bit more pale when it's, done. I start looking around the area. Maybe there's a family or a loved one who might have known this person. It might be the police officer. Unfortunately, my eyes catch a glimpse of someone in the alleyway across the street. A familiar, wacky butthole with a big, old smile on his face, like he did something. I'm not going to keep running from this creep. If I need to beat him down myself, fine. I'll get the baseball bat. I start making my way towards the street, making sure no rubbernecks hit me as they pass by. The butthole has a lot of nerve to look happy to see me storm over to him. Hey there, Sunspot. Is everything okay? You look very upset. Yeah, I am. Am I okay? Here's the reason I quit my job, and now my friend has to deal with a murder as well. That you definitely 100%, 1000% did. You were in my apartment last night, weren't you? Did you do this too? Yes. Jesus, what's wrong with you? Jesus, what's wrong with you? You're what's wrong with me. You're the one that keeps me awake at night. You're the one always on my mind. The one that makes my heart beat out of my chest each time I see you. Smell you. You know, you want to know the truth? The truth is I'm mad to the point that I crush your skin while you sleep soundly each night. It's not enough anymore. What? Oh, Wyan, don't you get it? I'm opening my heart to you. I'm being forward. I'm being honest. Trust matters in a relationship, and I'm tired of keeping things from you. The creep steps closer, his hands resting on the wall behind me. I love you. I loved you the moment I saw you at the diner. I would nothing more than a storm in. Though that wasn't a proper way to approach you. So I had to follow you instead, study your pattern, memorize your schedule, practice what to say when you were finally alone and not working. The park was perfect to finally approach you. Then I screwed it up on you. He smirks, he leans closer, oh close. A dark glint was in his eyes as he cups my cheek in his hands. You're upset with me now, sure, but you and I can make this work now. No more hiding, no more secrets, just us. Saying this, he parts his lips a little. A long and glistering tongue snake out from his fang-filled maw. Peter, behave. Run for it. I had enough. I quickly duck under his arm and try to splint out. Maybe I'll catch some attention, and he'll leave me alone. Suddenly I feel a tight grip around my neck. I can't scream out for help as I feel him yank me back in the alley. Just then, it's time to go home, my darling. Okay, day 4. My head hurts. Adult age spreads across the side of my head like a brush fire, sparked from a butt. The veins behind my eyes are throbbing, but I feel a warm, soft cloth against my cheek. As I try to reach up to rub my head, I feel my wrists are bound above my shoulders with neon rope. My fingertips tingle from the lack of circulation. But I ram my knuckles against the wood frame of a bed headboard. I force my heavy eyes open just for a split second. Where in the heck am I? Good morning, sleepyhead. I twist my head to look over to the pair of blue eyes that are glaring at me. What the heck's wrong? What the heck are you doing, you sick freak? I thrash my back against the headboard and attempt to pull myself free. As the ropes begin to dig into my skin, I swing to kick out the stranger. The first lands against his arm, and he wings away from the bed. Oh, hey now, calm down. No, Peter, no. He rubs his arm and waits for me to wear myself out. Look, I'm really sorry about having to tie you up like this, but I could see why I had to. At least just long enough so I could actually talk to you, please. This is a fine way to start a pleasant chat. I grit my teeth as a cold sweat runs down my cheek and brow. He sighs, and from the corner of my eye, I can see him staring down at me longingly. That's what I always loved about you. You're so spirited. You still need to calm down, though. Can I tempt you with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Maybe a drink? I could just pop out to the kitchen. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Will it be funny if Wyan is also orders a peanut butter like he is, but more severe? He abruptly dashes out of the door of the bedroom, locking the door behind himself with an audible click. I could hear his feet chopping down the hallway. I do think he has a beep in, so he'd like grab it and try to save us. Crap, I have to get free. Darn it, think. My eyes dart around from the room as I anxiously in horror. My books, my clothes, even my plushies from my game daddy. All of my most familiar belongings are resting around me in a room that's completely alien. God, maybe I'm dead, and this is heck. Well, I'm pretty sure we'll have. We could, if it was heck, we find Alistair. I'm hiding behind Alistair. Is startled by the sound of approaching footsteps, and I crawl myself out of bed. I curl myself on the bed with my feet towards the door, ready to kick again if he gets too close to me. The door not unlocks and swings open with a push of his foot. In one hand he holds a tall, clear glass of water. In the other he holds a plate, on top of which rests a white bread sandwich cut to analogy. Doesn't look like it's cut at all. He probably cut the crust off, though. He was hungry for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's like, kinda want one now. You know, in another time and place, we could have had our first dinner date in that cute little diner that I used to work at. Oh well. Screw you. I mean, I'm not eating anything, psycho. Let me go. I bend my knee to my chest as he walks closer. The ropes are rubbing my skin raw. He places a sandwich and drink down on the nightstand and kneels at the side of the bed once more, continuing to look at me like some freak. Like I'm the freak? I don't expect you to eat anything, any of it. Honestly, you're so paranoid about about me, about being that or being poisoned, anything. Guess you don't trust me. But that's why I love you, darling. You're not so a blind, stupid maggot squirming on a bloated dog carcass like everyone else. No, you see the world how it really is, and yet you still try to be a good person. When it's all said and done, it's a noble quality to suffer the swings and arrows from with dignity, in a ding, in ding, in of dignity, with dignity in a indignant world. Yeah, I'm a god darn poet in the eyes of a friggin' lunatic. Lunatic, huh? Well, maybe not right now, but I think you'll come around quickly. You just need some rest and some time to adjust. We'll talk later, and if you behave yourself, I'll come back and untie you for a bit. He smiles at me warmly, like I'm no worse than an angry kitten trying to bare its claws. He walks to the door of the room. Welcome home, darling. Flashing a Cheshire cat grin, bidding adieu, with a wave of his hand, he locks the door behind himself. That sadistic piece of crap, he's locked me in. My heart's jackhammering in my chest, and I feel like I'm going to vomit. I try to pull my wrist free from the rope, and they dig into my skin until they age with my fingers and my fingers get numbing. Tingling sensation. Exasperated. My eyes dart around the bed. This room is unsettling. It has a shining veneer, but as I look closer to the chipped and tattered doorframe, the peeling wallpaper by the shelf of my music, I could sense the dank rot underneath it all. I mean, what music did he get from me? Because it's gonna have a whole bunch of Persona and a Portal CD and Kansas CD and my for Carry On My Road Son being on there, and a whole bunch of my mom's. There's nothing that I can use in Nightmare Before Christmas. There's nothing I could use. It's all too far out of reach. And even if I did get loose, how do I get out of this room? I take a few deep breaths and try to slow down my heart and regain my senses. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 8, out for 5. Calm myself, I sit myself up on the bed and try to untie the ropes with my teeth. Ugh, crap. Where did he learn to tie knots like this? I continue to bite and pull at my restraints, growing more and more fierce as I picture him earning a knot tying merit badge from some weekend scoutmaster. My teeth ache as I bit, pull, lax, twist my wrist to gain more slack. Rise, rinse, rinse, and repeat. I can feel the ropes giving with each irritation. I could feel the ropes giving with each attempt. Only a few more, and I might be able to slip free. I pull, and I can feel the fibers of the rope burning against my skin and contracting around the bones of my thumb and knuckles until, yes. My hand pulls free, and I try not to make noise as the pain washes over it. My wrists are rubbed raw, and I'm missing some skin around the back of my hand. It's bleeding, but I'll survive. I hope. Our hope is because Peter. I use my teeth and free hand to untie their. What is with that jerk and these crazy survivalist knots? It doesn't matter. I pull the rope loose and roll out of bed, glancing again around the room. I need some way to get out here. I need a weapon just in case. I have a bright idea, but it's dangerous. I could call him in, ask him for food or drink, and when he enters the room, I could take a lamp and bash his skull in. I could hide behind the door. No, that's not going to work. All it would take is one peek through the cracked door to see that I'm not on the bed. And well, who knows what else he might be carrying besides dinner. Yeah, a knife. I could pretend to still be bound to the bed, and that's an even worse idea, to put me helpless on my back, him in a dominating position. It's like I have not seen this dialogue before. It was best that I sneak out and run like heck. But first, I need to find a way to escape this room. An empty hamper and my dirty laundry on the floor. He really wants me to feel at home. Maybe this will help me open the door. I slip the thin metal hook over the bolt to catch the wedge, and with a gentle pull, the empty hamper. Okay, I cautiously pull the door wider, hoping that my dry hinge doesn't tattle on my adapter. I hear rapid clicks of the keyboard coming from the room. Besides mine, the keystrokes are outpaced by the beating of my own racing heart. I look for an exit, but all that I could see are closed doors. I push the doors wide to the kitchen opposite of my room when I hear its hinges make a faint metallic whine. I freeze and listen intently, like a wild animal. The rhythm typing on their room continues uninterrupted. If I'm lucky, he's listening to music while he's working on his computer. With the kitchen door slightly within sight, I creep down the hall, as quiet as a church mouse. The typing continues. Maybe he's overconfident that I'm still tied up and locked away in this room, and maybe he's so disgustingly infatuated with me that he couldn't imagine that I would actually want to leave his house. Or both. Maybe I should try to knock him out. If I could get the drop on him, it would buy me some time to get out of here and get help. If I do, I better keep quiet. So, I'm gonna get the pills. Sleep disease. Do not see tablet today. Judging by the look of the stranger's baggy eyes, he's either never opened this bottle before, or they're not very effective. This gives me an idea though. It'd be a lot easier and safer to escape if he was knocked out. I'll just need to slip into something and boom, just out like a light. It seems like a solid plan. I'm gonna get the knife anyway. It's full of junk. There has to be a knife. Oh, thank God, finally armed. He still doesn't know I'm out here either. I need to be cautious. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I pull the pill bottle tightly, planning my next move. I won't be able to take him in a fight. Even if I did take him by surprise, I need to be more cunning. I'll play his game for a while, put him to sleep and bolt. As long as he doesn't suspect anything, it should work. I take a deep breath, slow breath, and open the door. The stranger sits on his desk, hunched over in his keyboard like a monkey typing furiously. Reminding myself of everything that has happened so far, I remain silent and simply wait for him to complete his work. Lion, you got out? How did you? He's typing ceases as he notices me standing awkwardly in the doorway. He throws a cautious glance at me. Darling, what's wrong? Nothing. He spins his chair around from his screen so he can give me his full attention. Something's wrong. Is it something I did? Oh, there's a lot of stuff you did, Peter. Oh, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. I bite my tongue and try to force a smile. No, you didn't do anything. I'm just kind of getting hungry. Oh, well, did you check the fridge? Is there anything that you like that I completely forgot? I mean, I just wondering if I can make you something. I can make something. Interrupted his neurotic rambling to try to de-escalate. Is that all? Phew, you made me worry. His relief tail spins to hesitation and a smile creeps sleeplessly across his cheeks. So, what did you have in mind exactly? I mean, I'm sure I could figure out how to cook something that you like. Almost anything. Maybe, possibly. Oh, you're keeping away from the kitchen no matter what, even in this route. Well, especially in this route. But even in the good route, the romance route, you're keeping away from the kitchen. I saw the state of his kitchen. I wouldn't trust him to unwrap a protein bar. But I'll give it my best try, unless it's something you want to do together. How about I cook dinner tonight? You want to cook? My suggestion leaves him a little crestfallen, as if I'm somehow slighted his attempts to please me. It's no trouble, really. I like cooking here and there. I could cook while you work, and if you like how I make dinner tonight, then maybe I'll show you how to make it next time. Really? You'll teach me how to make the food that you like? That's a great idea. If you like the food, that is. I love it. His face is beaming with excitement. So yeah, you wrap up your work in here, and I'll get a sound dinner. But I need concentration if you won't mind waiting until I call you. Yes, of course, darling. I can't wait. He spins back to his computer, but he doesn't take his eyes off me. and his smile doesn't fade from his face. It's like being fawned over by a jack-o'-lantern. I shrink back away from his door into the kitchen. I pull out the basic ingredients from the fridge and retrieve some bowls and utensils from the drawers. Crap, this kitchen is a mess. He obviously doesn't even know how the heck to use an oven, especially a wood one. I don't see a microwave, so hopefully the top at least still works well enough to make a simple soup. I begin preparing and measuring the grains when I accidentally bump the bottle of soapy pills into my pocket. I haven't forgotten about you. I catch myself mumbling out loud and realize I'm slowly losing my mind. And I'm tempted to poison someone. Darn it. Why must I have to do this? The pill bottle grows heavier in my pocket. I heat up the pot on the stovetop and begins adding ingredients, stirring occasionally as I make slow circles with a spoon. My hands reach in and squeeze the plastic bottle. The heat of the soup will help dissolve the pills, but I can't toss them in unless I want to follow him into that cold, dark place. I'll need to crush them up and keep them in my pocket until they're ready to serve into a bowl. I had no idea if it'll just knock him out or RP him. But at this point, it's either him or me, and I'll be darned if I let him win. How's it going, darling? I scream as my vision goes dark. I flash wildly until I break free from his hands, the spoon clattering against the kitchen door, and my heart stops beating as I wait to hear the pill bottle strike the ground next. But the pill bottle never falls. Oh crap, I'm sorry, Wyan. I certainly didn't mean to scare you like that. Okay, first of all, Peter, even if I wasn't gonna try and do, trying to do something, doing that to someone who's cooking on a stove, especially when it's wood stove, probably not the best idea. You're shaking, darling. Hey, here, let me clean this up for you. It's no problem. Just a spoon and a little soup. No sense of crying over spilled. Yeah, sorry, I really am. I'm still shaking uncontrollably as I watch him race to a drawer that has some kitchen towels and then fall to his knees to clean up the mess that he's created. He even digs out a fresh ladle to rest on the countertop. I can see that you're not happy with me, so I'll just do what you told me to do and wait in my room until you call me. This time I will, I promise. No more surprises, I swear it. He murmurs as he walks gingerly backwards back to this room, just watching us. My heart's thumping in my ears as I hear head is floating like it will fly away from my shoulders and out of the window. If there were any, I have braced myself against the countertop while my soup begins to bubble and smoke. Taking several calming breaths, I grip the pill bottles tightly, resolute to not let this be every day for the rest of my life. I pull out a coffee mug from the cupboard and proceed to dump the pills into it, crushing them with the butt of the ladle that the stranger laid out for me. I dump the ground pills into tissue in my palm and stuff them into my pocket. Retrieving a pair of bowls and spoons, I pour the soup into both equally, checking over my shoulders to make sure he still is inside his room. I dig into my pocket, and add the grounded pills into the right bowl, and make a strict mental note of which bowl was poisoned. Here we go. It's showtime. The stranger, it's ready. It's like, my name's not the stranger. I call my captor to supper. He slinks out of his room and peeks around the corner. It smells delicious. Thanks. Alright, here we go. I just need to get him to sit down at the table and push the right bowl in front of him, and then just wait. This is easy, right? It will do all the work for me. His breathing will slow down, like he's getting tired, and then he'll just go to sleep, right? That's all there is to it. No violence, just quick and quiet. Sit yourself down, and I'll dish you up. I just need to get the glass. No way, my love. You've done enough. Before I could protest, he barges into the kitchen and very gently escorts me to the table. He sits me down and turns to the bowl, placing the one in his right hand directly in front of me. He sets our bowl in front of the empty space, but he doesn't sit. Oops, I forgot the spoon. Sorry. I'm just still flustered over what happened. He turns his back to me for a second. I stare down at the bowl, littered with pain pills. His sleep pills. My mind is racing. The bowl is sitting directly within reach, and I just need to make a quick switch when his back is still turned. The stranger turns to face me as he continues his long-winded, awkward apology, and my hands still. You know, I'm gonna try. I would say I put hot sauce in mine. I would dump hot sauce in mine. Just have it in my pockets, like dump. Yours is plain. Mine has hot sauce. There. Not that I'm more flustered than you. You have every right to be angry with me for startling you. Crap, turn around, butthole. Drop something, do anything. He turns back again, but he's already making his way back to the table before I can make a critical switch. The critical switch. He sets the cuddly, then slides into the chair opposite of me. Like he knows what we're gonna do. But it smells amazing. I can't wait to try it. There's an awkward pause, and I'm waiting for him to say something. What? Oh, I was being polite and waiting for you to take the first bite. My heart sinks to a depth I didn't even know existed, as the urge to vomit rises. Well, it's my way to escape. Here goes Izakai. Is something wrong? You're not eating. Oh, I would eat it. This go. Okay, hopefully Izakai. A quick thought rides up in my head. The spoon is dirty. I think I need to wash it. No need, my darling. Here. He reaches over, dropping his spoon into my bowl before taking mine in trade. I'll fix E up, darling. He knows. It's as if my heart hits the floor. I have to switch the bowls, or I'm done for. The stranger's smiling face beams over his quick remedy. I can't let you use a dirty spoon. That's not right. It's fine, darling. I don't mind. Yes, but... Think, darn it. Think. It's rude to the chef to eat their meal in such a way. Is? Yes, did you know that? When I grew up, it's a where I grew up, it's a huge insult. His face drops now, horrified at the possibility of offending me and my gesture. I'm sorry, darling, I didn't know. I'll wash this up right away. He steps promptly from the table towards the sink with a hurried step. Wait, Wayne, wait. For the sink, so he doesn't hear. The tap turns on and a wing a leap at my chance. Grabbing the bowl and carelessly dipping my fingers in the scalding contents, I flinch, letting out a gasp. Almost as if in slow motion, the stranger turns his attention towards me and finds me mid-switch. Something's wrong with the soup, darling? Crap. I have nothing. Not a single excuse that doesn't make it obvious that what I was trying to do. He turns the ladle, shutting off the only sound in the room. The silence turns the handle, shutting off the only sound in the room. The silence hurts, and internally my mind darts from one thought to the next. What do I do now? Poison, then. That's what you made for me, YN. Oh, I just put hot sauce in mine. See all the red? No, That's why. Then why switch the bowls, my darling? His tone is frying, cold, flat, and emotionless. I can't fake anymore. Just let me go. Go where, darling? Away from here. Away from you. Darling, you need to stop. You're home. You're safe with me. My body shivers at a statement. I leap up, grabbing the first thing within my reach, not even realizing what weapon I chose. Weapon soup. The confidence in his face fades instantly, turning his concern and fear. Darling, what are you doing? I leap back from him into the dim hall, my fingers burning. I realized I had armed myself with the soup. Crap. Darling, please, don't. As his demeanor now changed, he slowly stepped towards me, forcing me to match each stride, stepping back, away from him. Stay away. Why is he so frightened? It's just soup. Wait, the poison. Don't come any closer, I'm gonna drink it. It continues to sink closer as I step backwards to the living room, his eyes fixed on me, unblinking like a predator in a jungle. Stop or I'll drink it. He stops dead with a gasp, gaze still locked on me. I know there's not much time. He's going to pounce. I know it. The room is quite quiet for a moment. The silence only interrupted by drops falling from the faucet he didn't fully turn off. Darling, please don't. We could talk about this. Please don't hurt yourself. There's no way I could down this fast enough. I'm not at all planning on hurting myself. But I'm sure as heck use this to hurt him. The bowl is burning my hands, but I don't care. At this point, I would hold on to his hot coals if it helped me get out. He starts slowly moving towards me carefully, trying to be stealthy enough that I won't notice. I match his bluff, moving the now scalding shield in my hands closer to my mouth. I gasp once more, stopping in his tracks, knowing his covert movements. Darling, don't. My throat's dry, my mouth cracks, but I still manage to eke out a half-but fret. Toss me the keys to the floor. I'll drink it, all of it, I swear. Darling, no. He gently fearful, as his body tensed up. He's only afraid of me, one thing, losing me. If I run, he could chase me. If I hide, he could find me. But if I die... I stop my slow retreat, confident growing as I understand his weakness. I'm still frightened as heck. My body almost about to collapse from exhaustion due to shaking and tensing. Oh, I shake all the time. My fingers are red, raw from the heat of the bowl. Repeating my threat more boldly, I brace for him to jump at me. Toss me your keys now. I could tell he's planning his next move. Okay, darling. He reaches around his side, and there's a distinctive click of him releasing the clasp from his that held his keys to his belt loop. His movements are slow, moving his arm up and showing me the shining trinkets, like it was a dog being tempted to go for a walk. Tilting his head, gesturing with his other hand to the keys, sending in unspoken, "Here they are to me." The moment is tense as he slowly brings his arm back to to lob the keys to me. It's going to be fast. I brace for what's coming. It's now or never. He flicks his arm, tossing the keys to my legs, immediately followed by him jumping like a wild cat at me. Now! I toss scolding broth right to his face. I catch a movement of shock flashing across his eyes before he's totally blinded. His screams falling to the floor, covering his eyes in agony. No hesitation, I grab the keys from the floor, his frowning, trying to find me, and a way to get up, his teeth grit as he cries of pain turn to anger. I need to get out of here now. Turning to the door, my hands move faster than they ever had. Find the right key. I jam it in and push open the door, finding the rush of cool air blow past me. Pulling the keys out of the lock, I notice him now getting up and struggling to find his way through the door. For the room, I get one last glance at him before slamming the door shut. He's looking right at me, eyes red and angry, with sweat and tears surrounding his face. Crap. Hands trembling, I shove the key back into the door, locking as I hear him growling from inside. I may have brought myself time, but it's not very long. I have to be quick. What do I do? Run into the forest. Crap, I just have to make it run for it. Without looking back, I dash straight into the trees in front of me, running as fast as my legs could go. He's gonna catch me. I know he is. At this point, I'd rather go down, clawing and biting. It's already starting to get dark, and the thick foliage of the trees isn't helpful for navigation. There must be a trail, or a hiking path, or some sort of... A small makeshift shelter comes into view, overgrown and surrounded by toys. Which, the theory is this was Lucy. Did a kid make this? What were they doing out here in the first in a place like this? Maybe I could tuck away in here for a while and get my bearings. Hopefully he won't find me here. Darn it, it's too small. It's really small to really stay in. I shuffle around for a minute, making the most of the little moment of peace. A small wooden box lays in the middle of the hut among the weeds and creeping ivy. Because that little design. I take a quick peek inside, hoping beyond hope that maybe someone left some kind of weapon or flare gun, anything that I could use. Wait, what's this? A flashlight. Does it still work? The torch emanates a dim light that only slightly illuminates the inside of the shelter. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Digging around the inside, my eyes are drawn to what appears to be child's drawings. Daddy's traps. Oh my god, there are bear traps around here? Looks like the stranger isn't the only thing that I need to keep an eye out for. I guess I better keep moving. I better take my chances with the bear traps. Well, there's still a sliver of light outside. No rest for the wicked, I guess. Nope. Especially when you have to run away from yonder. Okay, the map is crude, but I think I can make out. It's lucky I haven't stepped on any yet. They seem to be everywhere. Darling, where are you? It's dangerous out there. Oh, you're dangerous too. Crap, okay, here we go. I need to get and move on. Left. Left. Right. Halfway there. Thank God. These don't extend far out into the woods. Stop running from me. Crap, I need to hurry. Which way was next? Right. Left. I think, yes, I should be clear of them all now. Just in time, it's now fully dark out, and this flashlight is pretty pathetic. I better keep moving before that freak finds me. A faint, cold breeze rustles in the trees, and it chills my skin as I proceed to descend deeper into the forest. The memory of my house, my real home, was heavy on my mind. The determination to make it out of this nightmare. I'll have to move somewhere else, of course. There's no way I'll feel safe there again. I'm sure I'll relocate for my safety after reporting this to the police. I wonder what will happen next. He sure will be put away for life for what he's done. I just hope that he doesn't manage to slip away. I can't imagine how many more people he'd hurt. Each twig snapping only made me more paranoid, always checking each movement that my eyes tricked me into seeing. Every shadow, every glow of eyes in the dark had me on edge. I didn't slow my pace. I swear someone is still watching me. How long have I been walking? It feels like hours. Still no signs of civilization, no lights, no path. I've been in such a physiologically, emotionally drained days. I don't know if I'm even going in circles. It doesn't help how dark it is now. I swear I'd seen that bush before. Okay, there's 2 routes. So if you like my content, please subscribe, like, help out, and come well. See you guys next time. I have another route. That is the actual gas station route.